It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we've got the Panthers, leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Panthers and the Bucs, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Carolina Panthers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, it's January 7th, but we haven't seen you since New Year's Eve, so we have to say Happy New Year, one and all. And partner, Happy New Year to you. This is it, the conclusion of the 2023 season. Hard to believe, but we got a good one here between division rivals. And you like what the NFL's done here, making Week 18 all division games.
I think it's one of the more inspired moves by the league.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. To throw on second down, Faulkner. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Faulkner. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to first down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, they'll lose the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Carolina defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
3rd down, Faulkner. Fancy footwork at the 45. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's a second down and 7 from the 37. Looking to throw. Faulkner. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. It's opening drive, and they're now 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions.
And let's face it, anytime we talk to any coaching staff, heck, players, they always talk about winning third down, how important that is, the deciding factor in winning a football game, and they're off to a really nice start.
False start, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Off play action. Faulkner looking middle, and it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
On second down, they'll run it here. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. Here comes third down at 7. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. Now they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
And that is incomplete. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visiting Panthers who came away with the victory in that one. So now they look to take the season series here at home in Charlotte. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Going to go play action. Here's Stewart. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. Operating from the gun, Faulkner. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know and often happens, this is all.
Yeah, but even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 3rd and 8. Play action. Stewart. He's going to let this one go deep. It got his man complete. A big play there for Carolina. 48 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play. The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the give, here comes Jackson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Stewart to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that's going to make it 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. But you look at this defense, and they've been dreadful against the run. They're getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Throwing now, Stewart. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. This is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Stewart sets to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been under pressure, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. Going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Faulkner. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Off the play fake. Faulkner looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. So no gain on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Throw. Faulkner. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Off play action. Faulkner. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right back to him on first down. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And give them a full 10 yards there. 2nd and goal.
Complete to number 84. A 10-yard pickup. It's 2nd and goal at the Panthers' 2-yard line.
Edmonds is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Panthers 3.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start here with Jackson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
At the 27-yard line.
Stewart. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
On first down, Stewart. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now Stewart on 1st and 10. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw again. A quick throw, but incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Looking to throw on second down. Faulkner.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Looking to throw. Faulkner. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And some room to run now. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They run again with Jackson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Back to throw. Stewart. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a 1st down.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I love the drive they're working on here, because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now Stewart off the play fake. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And his kick here is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 33-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw on third down. Faulkner. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
False start, offense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Toss play to Jackson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
It's 3rd and 16.
Looking to throw. Stewart. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
At their 48-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Faulkner. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Back to throw. Faulkner. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Now Stewart, 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Off the play fake. Stewart. He's got a man complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stewart. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead here this third quarter. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Throwing to start the drive. Faulkner. He's going to have the hook. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Hands it off out of the gun, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 65 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They have punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Now making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. And we're back now in Charlotte. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Faulkner. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Derek Brown in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw. Faulkner. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the lead is cut to 2 now. It's 15-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season is going, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Here comes third and the length of the football. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead. Usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught. Take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Now a give. It's Jackson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. To throw is Stewart. To throw on 3rd down. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Faulkner. That is caught. He's got the 1st down and more. And down to the 27-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 50 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off play action, Faulkner. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up 4th down. Got stopped. Would have liked the touchdown, but hey, field goal gives you the lead, and let your defense do the work.
The one thing to keep in mind, though, the field goal is not automatic. You've got to make sure you protect your kicker here so you don't have a block, which turns into a big play. But you're exactly right. Kick it, rely on your defense. This is the proper play here in this situation.
And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Jackson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Now Jackson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Stewart now. Off the bootleg. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Faulkner working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, and the lineman on the other side has got it.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. So now the Panthers down 16-15. A minute 51 on the clock.
Previous play is under
A chance
review.
to end this season with a bang as they come up with a 1st and 10. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. Carolina getting set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do this thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. This is caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
He's back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Completion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Wide open receiver complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So for the Buccaneers, they do get that 10th win of the year as they finish up at 10-7 overall. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss means they'll finish up the regular season at 10-7. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.